Welcome back, everybody. Dino Joe here. Just finished up this Husqvarna 350. It's got a 346 top end, fully ported, muffler mod. I'll show you guys a little bit of what I did to it inside the cylinder. Get a weight on it. Then we'll put it on the dyno. See what kind of power it puts out. Alright, here's a look at the factory stuff. This is the intake boot. These use a plastic clamp right here. That has been known to cause issues and burn up a few of these. The impulse goes through the boot. See in the cylinder, the 350 has an impulse channel. Still quad port, kind of different setup than the 346 that you'll see. I was actually kind of surprised. You can see this cylinder actually has some holes in the casting. Still ran good, still made compression, lots of carbon, but quad port. People have been known to make pretty good power with these. Maybe someday we'll try one with this cylinder. Here's the 350 piston. You can see it's a dished piston, lower compression, single ring. We'll get some weights on these. Alright, that's in grams. 350 piston, ring, and pin. 76 grams. Here's the 346 piston. Has the pin in there, the ring, 72 grams. Here's the parts to convert it over. This is a OEM 346 cylinder. This is more of a closed off quad port. Now the impulse comes from the case on the 346. So you will have to grind you'll have to grind the bearing block to get a pulse port. So this will run the carb. But that's a factory 346 cylinder. 346 piston. This saw us getting a new boot. The upgraded metal clamp and partition. Then on the 350s, I like to use the 346 muffler bracket and just cut this leg off here. That helps support the muffler. Alright, let's get this machine work done. Get this cylinder ported. Put it on there and see what kind of power it makes. Alright, here's the finished 346 cylinder. Just unshrouded the lowers a little bit. Raised and staggered the uppers. Raised and widened the exhaust a little bit. Widen the intake. Cut the base. And cut the squish band up there. This is all finished up. Nice wipe down. Fresh coat of paint. One of my small deflectors. 346 muffler brace. Plug the decomp. Overall, not a bad saw. Let's see what kind of power it puts out. Alright, here it is in kg. £12, 13 ounces for the Husqvarna 350 with the 346 cylinder. Alright, I forgot to show it before I put the other one together. But this is where the impulse notch goes. You grind it in the block. Then these three fins here, these supports, they need to be trimmed down because the 346 cylinder is a little bit wider. This is a later model 350, that's why it has the primer bulb. And they did switch to the metal intake clamps, just like I did on the 346 there. This partition, if you're going to machine the base or machine some thickness off of this riser, you need to lower this here, otherwise it will bind up on the boot. So those are just a couple things to think about if you're building one of these saws. This is JB Weld. This is why I put the muffler brace on when I build these, because that's common with these. The muffler bolts loosen up, the exhaust gas comes down and melts the plastic case. Remember, if you guys like this content, hit that like button, subscribe so you can see more. Alright, here's the results, everybody. I switched the lines. The red lines are both the stock, the blue lines are both the ported. So stock, the peaks back here, the numbers in these boxes are taken at 9,900 RPM, right here, this red line. So the ported is both blue, stock both red. Torque down here, horsepower up here. So at 9,900 RPM, ported saw puts out 4.43 horsepower. The stock saw puts out 3.05. That's about 40% different, 40% gain for the ported at 9,900. Stock saw peaks back here, which is about 3.36. So if we go from the stock peak to the new peak, that's about a 32% gain still. This might not be the most powerful 50cc build that's ever been on the dyno, but 30 to 40% gains, that's still a nice gain.